Mr. Transformers 96 here with another video, and I'm going to be talking about a newly shown Hot Toys figure, and this time we have from Wandavision, Wanda herself, the Scarlet Witch. So this figure, as well as Vision, were kind of previewed yesterday. A few shots of them were released. Now we have the official images, all of the pictures, as well as the pre-order details to go over. So if you want my initial thoughts, I did make a video about them when they were shown yesterday. Basically, I had two problems with this figure. One was the fact that they went with sculpted hair instead of the rooted hair. Just as a brief overview, I think that I personally have always wanted them to do the sculpted hair instead of rooting the hair, because the rooted hair typically gets frizzy over time and it never looks that great, and I feel like just sculpting it would look much better. And when the finale came out for WandaVision, I'm seeing her hair in that it was extremely frizzy as is, so I was really excited to actually get the rooted hair. Like, for the first time, I preferred that, and then for the first time, like ever, Hot Toys doesn't do rooted hair, and they do sculpted with a figure with a long hair sculpt, which was very surprising. So that was really disappointing. And the other thing that I found disappointing was the fact that I preferred her look without the cape. I thought that, I like the cape, don't get me wrong, but I preferred it without, and based on how the cape straps on to her costume, it looked very much like it was attached to the costume where it couldn't be removed. So one of those has been fixed, and you can even see it here in this picture, but the cape is removable, which is really great to give her the look without the cape. So here she is with Vision. You get a bit of a height comparison. Vision's a very tall figure. I did own the original Vision, the only other Hot Toys version of him that they released for Age of Ultron. I have since then sold it, but I remember it being a very tall figure, and you can see that that's clearly represented here. The overall Scarlet Witch, though, looks really great. I think that her costume really nails the representation of her from the finale. I think that the colors look great. This is a really interesting effect. So on the eyes, it has like an luminous kind of reflective effect. Who knows how well that will work? I know that they use the same type of thing on like the Black Panther figures to give them that like colored glow, but I never purchased the Black Panther figure from Black Panther 2, so I don't quite know how well it worked in person, and who knows how well this is going to work. But it's okay, because I think that if it does work well, it's awesome. If it doesn't have any effect to the actual sculpt of the eyes, and the eyes look perfect otherwise, so it's not really a downfall if it doesn't look that great. As you can see, articulation looks to be quite good in this costume as well. Even though there's quite a lot of fabric, it still looks like it's quite pliable, and it does look like it is fully wired from the cape and the skirt section. She does come with some kind of like magical, her power-using effects. Those effect pieces, they look to be the exact same that came with the original Scarlet Witch from Age of Ultron. They're pretty simple. I mean, they look nice, but I wish that they kind of upgrade them, did a little bit more. Maybe had a couple hands that had the magic pieces attached, and so that they could be really extreme. That would be pretty awesome. But unfortunately, it looks like just kind of these more standard ones, which is unfortunate. But overall, I think that the sculpt is quite good. As far as the head sculpt as well, the head sculpt is quite nice. I think that it does represent Elizabeth Olsen quite well, and really the hair is the only issue that I have with it as far as just kind of the head sculpt in general. But as you can see, some pretty nice poses here. Here's the best kind of shot without the cape. I think that this looks really cool. This will probably be how I display her. I might go back and forth because the cape looks neat, but just overall, I think I prefer the capeless look, and the kind of collar piece, I think that looks pretty awesome. And it allows the skirt piece to really be seen. Otherwise, the skirt piece just kind of blends into the cape and just looks like it's part of the cape. Overall, really cool, though. I like these. They're doing some of these shots where they're really just the figure and not with the crazy backgrounds or anything like that. So I kind of like this, and it gives you an idea of the base size too. I think that this looks really cool. Yeah, overall, a really awesome looking figure. Here's everything that she comes with. You get a set of hands, some kind of regular hands, and then some that are kind of translucent red, very much like she's using her powers. She comes with the standard base, and then she comes with the Book of the Damned, which is cool. I think that's a nice accessory for her to have, especially as she interacts with it in the end credit scene of the season finale, which is cool. So she has gone on pre-order. Pre-order price $275, not off of what I was expecting. However, I think it's overpriced for sure, but it feels like maybe within the last month, Hot Toys has had a price increase, because Boba Fett and Bo-Katan were both priced very high, basically just for the standard figure, not for the set of Boba Fett, just a standard figure. It was like $280 for each of them. I think $285 even for Bo-Katan. So that's very expensive. That's almost like that is their kind of base price nowadays. So I was expecting around $280. So here we have $275. So just a smidge less than the others. Now I think that this figure is quite intense and popular. I mean, the last Scarlet Witch is a figure that went up in price quite a bit. It really skyrocketed. I think just about all these Scarlet Witch figures have done well. So I think that because of the popular character, I understand the higher price, but it does seem like this is almost Hot Toys' standard price now going forward, which is very disappointing. Release date July to September of 2022. That's unfortunate as well. We're looking at about a year and 4 months away at the soonest, which is very disappointing, but that's pretty on par with what Hot Toys is doing nowadays. I wish that the release dates were a year out. They used to be. Back when I first started collecting these Hot Toys figures, about a year out was the standard release date. Now it's gone to a year and a half to sometimes, in some extreme cases, 2 years, which is crazy. So this one, it's not horrible. But overall, this was one I pre-ordered day one. I haven't done that in a long time. That was something that I used to do when Hot Toys, when I first started collecting Hot Toys for a few years. I was very much like day one, super excited about a new Hot Toy, pre-ordered it. And since then, I've decided to, really think it over, spend some time. Since they take so long to come out, you never know, my preferences can change over a year or so. So I tend to hold out, also kind of save up rewards, get it for a discount, that type of thing. This one, though, I knew that I absolutely wanted, and I know 100% that when it comes out, and no matter if that's a year or 2 years from now, I will want it just as much. So that's why I definitely jumped the gun and did a pre-order right away on this one. Very much anticipating it, and overall, Vision looks great too. Definitely in the kind of consideration zone for me, but Scarlet Witch was an absolute must-have. So there you go. That's my thoughts on this new Hot Toys figure by Hot Toys, the Scarlet Witch from Wandavision. So the first Disney Plus Marvel show figure, being Wanda and Vision. So let me know what you guys think of it, and I will be making a separate video to talk about the Vision figure.